Let me. Resume. Okay, well, go ahead and start. I'm Haley Jackson. I am a pediatric nurse practitioner as well as a certified health and wellness coach. Just wanted to kind of set this call up tonight for anybody in the health and wellness industry to kind of get more information. And then I have Lindsay Petty here, who's the #2 earner with Green Compass. So she has the business mind. I do not. But I just wanted to give my little backstory and then we'll let her kind of chat all things business. So why am I doing Green Compass? Why CBD? I can tell you guys, whenever I was approached by it, I was like, absolutely not. I cannot sell marijuana. I have a medical license to uphold and no, can't do this. I knew a little bit about CBD, but mainly it was just seeing it in a gas station or the little stores driving down the road, and always kind of associated those with marijuana. I honestly wasn't even really familiar with the farm bill that passed in 2018, which legalized hemp and the legal limit of THC of 0.03%. So anyway, I thought about it. I researched it a lot after I was approached about CBD. And I've been working in a pandemic for 2 years. I had my second child, and I was just really overwhelmed and decided, what did I have to lose? The research was pretty phenomenal and growing a lot, which I was very intrigued about. And then I also was having my own issues going on, so I decided to try it. So tried it, and I was pretty amazed at how much lighter I felt and just that I could handle my days better. So I wanted to share it with everybody. And first and foremost, it is not marijuana. And I take the broad spectrum, but there is different types. There's a full spectrum and a broad spectrum. The full spectrum does have the legal limit of 0.03%, but the broad spectrum does not. I also will put out there that this is not medical advice, and I have to be very careful about that to my clients because I'm not their provider. But I've seen incredible results just since I joined a month ago, and I've also seen all of my clients see incredible results, and I've seen the industry take off and explode since even just I shared it. But if you do research on that, which Lindsay can tell you more about, it's been insane since around 2018, and expecting to continue to take off. Another reason I decided to partner with Green Compass in general was because I needed to know exactly what I was taking, because I do have a medical license and I can't fail a drug test. So on Green Compass, and I'll show you, all of their products is vertically integrated. And what does that mean? It means that they have their hands in all of it. So they grow the hemp, they plant the hemp on organic soil, they extract it, they take it up, take it to the plant, which I'm still learning a lot about all that process, and I'm not in the ag business, so I won't explain this perfectly, but they have our own plant, they grow it, everything. It's not going to China. It's not coming from Amazon. And then there's a QR code on the bottom of every product. I'll show these to you. And you can scan it and you can see exactly what's in it. And you can see that there is no THC. It says ND on the bottom of the broad spectrum and the CBD isolates, which means that it's not determined. And then on the full spectrums, it'll say below 0.03%, which shouldn't pick up on a drug test either way, but you have to there's a disclaimer that it could. So that was really important to me because I can see all of the cannabinoids in the products and I know exactly what I'm taking. And that is a huge deal because CBD is not regulated by the FDA. And a lot of things are not, no supplements are. So I wanted to make sure that whatever I was taking, I knew what it was. So those are kind of my main reasons. We are in the middle of a mental health epidemic. I feel like I'm dealing with crisis after crisis, and I'm here for the research to take off for CBD and to help so many. But currently it is helping me, and I can't take care of other people if I don't take care of myself. So that is huge for me, and I'm excited to see where this goes for so many. And then I'm going to let Lindsay kind of take over on the business side of it, which is also incredible, and why this opportunity is great for all healthcare providers, or really anyone in general. But yeah.
What's up? Thanks, Haley. Makes me so excited to have people like Haley on the team, because I am not a healthcare provider. I do not have any kind of medical background. I started off in college on the path to nursing school because I have this big heart for helping others. That's what really fills me up, is when I get to help others. So I always thought healthcare field, that's the way to go for me. But all the science classes and all of the, like, I was like, nope, business school, not for me, can't do it, not smart, not smart enough. So I feel like a lot of the nurses and the doctors and the chiropractors and so many people in the healthcare field and health coaches that are jumping on board with this almost have a leg up a little bit from the business side, because people already look to you guys for advice when it comes to things that you put in your body, in, on, and around your body, and you really do your research. So it really makes me excited to have people like Haley and so many others linking arms with us and tying their name to our brand, because it really speaks to the quality and transparency of our product, which Haley touched on. But I'm here because I was intrigued by the business side. I've always been a numbers person. I never thought I would be in network marketing at all. I used to kind of, I don't want to say make fun of people who did network marketing, but kind of in a nice way, not to their face. But I just didn't think it was a legitimate career path. I thought this was just something that people did as like a little hobby, or, I had my reservations about it just because my mom had done network marketing when I was younger. And all I remember was like all this inventory that was like collecting dust in the corner of the room. And then unless we like loaded the minivan full of stuff and drove to someone's house and had a whole setup and like everyone sat in a circle, it was like this awkward thing. I just thought, I don't want anything to do with that.
Right.
And she never really made much money with it. And I always thought it's something that you spend more than you make, and it's a lot of work for no return. I just don't want anything to do with that. But I went to school when I switched from nursing school, pre-nursing. I totally switched to business school, went to school for business marketing, never heard the words network marketing in school. So I never even considered this being like a career path at all, or even like a side hustle or any way to make any kind of income. I had no idea. But I think someone's unmuted. Haley, I think you can mute on your end since you're the host. But I started kind of opening my eyes to it a little bit when I was sitting in my cubicle with my business degree, working 40 hours a week, miserable, one paid vacation a week a year, not making anywhere near the like kind of money I'd hoped to make. If you guys follow the Enneagram, I'm Enneagram 3. I'm a competitive achiever. I like to win. I like to rise to the top. I like to do the best. And I felt like I was in a job where I was kind of stuck. And so I wanted more. I wanted more income. I wanted more opportunity for growth. And I thought, where can I have this? But I also knew one day I want to be a mom. And that side of me is stronger than the competitive numbers, career driven side of me. And I knew when that time comes, I want to be a present mom. And I have a 3-year-old and a baby on the way right now. I'm almost 20 weeks today. I'm 20 weeks today. It's so funny with your second, like with my first child, I was like, every week I do, she's the size of a raspberry and all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't even know what week I am now. But I knew when the time came for me to be a mom, I wanted something flexible. I wanted something where I could make a lucrative income, but also be present. So where is the best of both worlds? And all this research I did led me straight to network marketing that I had been laughing at and rolling my eyes at for so long. But I jumped into the industry when I was, I guess it was like 8-ish years ago, and it makes me feel old. I had no idea what I was doing. Had never done any kind of like network marketing or sales or anything like that. And I joined a company that was in the skincare industry, and I loved it. I had no clue what to do, but I was excited. It was like $1 billion brand, and it was so many people love these products, and it was like everyone used it and loved it and had great results, and like, awesome, I'm in the right place. But I was there for 4.5 years and could never get it off the ground. I was like, couldn't, like, no matter what I did, I felt like I was doing all the right things, but couldn't really grow it or make anything happen with it. But I had seen all of these people, that's why I joined. I wanted that big lucrative income. I wanted to move up. I wanted to rank advance. I wanted to make, a lifestyle change for myself and my family. But after 4.5 years, it wasn't happening. And so I was so frustrated. And that's when one of my good friends, Emily, called me up and she's like, Lindsay, I got a business opportunity I want to run by you. What do you know about CBD? And I was like, I was pregnant. I had just found out I was pregnant with my first. She's now 3 years old. And I was like, I'm about to be a mom. I can't use that. I can't talk about that. I can't be a drug dealer. My family's going to disown me. I 100% thought CBD was weed. So I had a lot of research to do, but I'll just use a little analogy. I know Haley put her stamp of approval from her medical perspective on this. Like, it's not weed, but just because I'm not a science person, if you're on here and you're watching this or watching the recording and you're also not a science person, this is how my mind understands it. So cannabis, when you hear the word cannabis, you automatically think, or I did at least, of marijuana, THC, smoking weed, getting high, like all of those things. But cannabis is actually a species, and there are two plants under the cannabis species. One is hemp and the other is marijuana. So when the Farm Bill passed, what it did was it separated hemp and marijuana, and it was no longer just all under the cannabis umbrella. So that's when hemp-derived CBD became federally legal. Hemp is legal now in all 50 states. And so the industry started to explode. There's so much gross stuff out there. Haley talked about this. It's unregulated. 95% of what's out there isn't even real CBD. It's junk. So if you've tried CBD before and it didn't work for you, like, it might not have been real. So many people tell me they get their CBD on Amazon, and Amazon's not even allowed to sell CBD. It's hemp seed oil on Amazon, and they claim it as CBD because they can, and no one's regulating it. And there's no CBD in the seeds of the hemp plant. It's only in the flowers. So a way that my mind understands the difference between hemp and marijuana. So it's the cannabis plant, and you have hemp and marijuana underneath it. Think of grapes. You get wine from grapes, you get grape juice from grapes. Two totally separate things with two totally separate properties, but they come from the same fruit. So we are the hemp side of things. We are 100% the grape juice, safe for the whole family. That's the whole reason Green Compass was started, was because of a mom who was looking for a safe CBD to try for her kids that she knew that she could trust, and she couldn't find it anywhere out there. So she took matters into her own hands, and that's how Green Compass was born. So I knew that if I was going to get involved in the industry, that I needed to be able to trust the company that I was tying my name to, that I needed to be able to trust it to use for myself. If I'm going to tie my name to this and recommend it to my friends and family, does this work? Is this going to help people? Is this company, from a business perspective, in it for the long haul? Do they have sustainability? Are they going to be able to get a piece of this market share? Because the industry is blowing up right now. Right now, today, it's about a $5 billion industry, and it's projected to be over a $48 billion industry by 2028. That is massive, massive, massive growth. Green Compass, we're only 3.5 years old. So we haven't even hit our 4th birthday yet. We were projected to hit $300,000 to $500,000 in sales in our first year, which we were really, really excited about. Once I finally decided, like, all right, I cannot miss the boat on this. I knew this was something that was missing from the former company that I was with, because, like I said, that was $1 billion brand already, and it was the skincare industry. So it wasn't a new industry. It wasn't a new company. So that's what got me so excited about Green Compass. Where's the room for growth if you join $1 billion brand? I want to help build the brand. And we're going to be $1 billion brand one day, but we're not there yet. So it's a really cool opportunity just because of what the CBD industry is doing, and also what Green Compass is doing. So like I said, 3.5 years old, we were projected to hit $300,000 to $500,000 in sales in our first year, and we hit 12 million. We were excited about 500,000, and we hit 12 million. In year 2, we doubled it over 24 million. Year 3, we doubled it again, over 48 million. So it is wild what is happening in this company right now. And we still only have 6,000 advocates, distributors, we call them advocates. So 6,000 advocates working their business, putting up those kind of numbers. People are having wild success here, but it's cool because most people, and I used to get frustrated with this when people would ask me, and they still do every week, like, what, are you a drug dealer? Like making jokes about that. And I'd be like, oh, this is so annoying. Like, I'm a mom, I have a 3-year-old, I'm pregnant. Like, who do you think I am? But now I think from a business perspective, it's cool because I'm like, most people don't know what Green Compass is. They don't even know what CBD is. And that's what I had always wished before. Like every person that I had talked to about the company that I was with before knew what it was, already used the products, already loved them, already knew someone who sold them or had already tried them before or something. And now like I can talk to a neighbor in my neighborhood and they're like, what's Green Compass? Like, tell me about CBD again. I'm so unfamiliar. And CBD is going to be something that's like a household product for most people, like soon, like coffee on your counter. Like it's going to be on everyone's counter or bathroom cabinet or nightstand within the next 5 or 10 years. But the cool thing about getting involved in the industry now is you're not getting involved in the industry in 5 or 10 years when everyone already has it in their cabinet on their nightstand. You get to be the one to introduce it to your network. And there's just a big education gap. Most people think it's weed. Most people don't understand the difference between different CBDs you can get. It's kind of like, yeah, you can get CBD at the gas station for $10. You can also get sushi at the gas station for $2. Do you want that? If you're worried about what the things that you're putting in your body, just think about quality and transparency, especially when it's something that people are taking for health and wellness purposes to better themselves, to feel better, to live better, to make healthier choices. And we would not be a company at all. We would not be putting up these kinds of sales numbers if it wasn't for our testimonials. We have a page called the Green Compass Product Hub. Anyone who invited you to this or sent you the recording to this can add you to that page. It's open for whoever, but it's just testimonials of people who are using Green Compass products and what it's doing for them. So I can't make medical claims either. I'm not a medical provider, but that's a big no-no just in the CBD industry as a whole. I'm not going to tell you, yes, it's going to cure, X, Y, Z, because people always ask, will it help me with this? Will it help me with that? And I tell them, do your own research, go to the product hub, read what real people are saying. I can tell you for me, I was someone that did not think I needed CBD. I have never struggled with anxiety or depression, or I sleep great, and I don't have any severe ailments. So I was like, is this product even going to work for me? But like I said, I joined when I was in my first trimester of pregnancy. I hadn't gone through with my first, and I had not gone through any kind of postpartum yet. That hit me really, really, really hard, to the point where my husband at one point was like, I feel like I don't even recognize you. So CBD saved me truly. I could get emotional talking about it during that time because it's crazy what you don't have control over in your body. I'd never experienced anything like that. And I'm just sad. Don't want to get out of bed. So happy to have a new baby, but also I don't even want to go get her up when she's crying because I'm just don't want to take my head out from under the covers. I'd never felt like that before. So CBD helped me a ton just getting through that. And now, I didn't realize how little patience I had, I guess, until I realized my patience has improved. My road rage is one of the things that I'm not the best at. Don't cut me off on the interstate. You might get a horn and maybe a middle finger, probably not anymore. Definitely not anymore. But that's just the little things that I've noticed. I walk in my house and the sink can be full of dishes and there's a pile of laundry and the dog just ran through with muddy paws on the floor that I just mopped. And normally I would want to rip my hair out over that. And I'm like, dang it. Oh, well, it is what it is. Let's move on with the day. So it really just kind of takes the edge off. My husband can now tell when I miss my CBD. He's like, you seem a little uptight today. Maybe you need an extra jelly. And most of the time I'm like, oh, I forgot to take it this morning. So it's pretty cool what it's doing for people who just, like me, who just everyday stressors. I feel like it helps me be a better wife, a better mom. So many people in the fitness industry are using it to help with, health and wellness things and muscle recovery. We have topical creams that are great for sore muscles and joints. And the way that CBD works in our bodies, everyone has something called an endocannabinoid system. So every mammal has it. So this product, even from a business perspective too, doesn't discriminate on sex, age, anything, like pets. So I use it I told you guys what I use it for. My husband uses it for sleep, back pain. He's a golfer. My 3-year-old uses it for sleep. And she's starting to show little signs of anxiety. And I think it's probably just with the age, but I give her a half a jelly before we go to situations that are normally stressful for her. A half of one of our CBD nano jellies, USDA organic. I'm a psycho about everything that goes in my kids' bodies. And this is a choice that I've made and that I trust. For my family, I give it to my special needs dog. For joint issues. He was born with his arms like mangled up. So we didn't know if his front arms were going to grow. He's a yellow lab. And he like hops. He can't move his legs independently of each other. So he's got real bad bones, joints, arthritis, all kinds of things. And he has separation anxiety. So CBD is awesome for him. My grandparents uses it. My friends use it. So it's a really wide target market from a business perspective. That's an amazing thing because you can help so many people. Everyone has an endocannabinoid system. Our bodies have receptors for CBD. Our bodies naturally produce it, but we just can't keep up with the production. Our bodies naturally produce cannabinoids. We have CB1 and CB2 receptors, but we can't keep up with the production to keep everything balanced, to keep it at homeostasis, just from normal wear and tear. So when you're taking CBD, you're not introducing anything to your body that's not already there. Cannabinoids are found in a mother's breast milk. When a baby's first born, that's the first thing your baby gets when it's born, cannabinoids. I thought that was a really interesting fact. So all you're doing when you're ingesting CBD is putting something in your body that was already present there, and it's bringing it back to homeostasis. When you're balanced, you are sleeping better, you're feeling better, you're less stressed, you're less agitated. What else can I say without making a medical claim? Go do your own research and go look at the product hub and see for yourself what people are using it for, because it's really cool. It's a really rewarding thing to be a part of. When your customers start messaging you with those testimonials, it's a really feel good thing to be involved with. So most of us that joined didn't know anything about CBD. Myself, I have become the second to top earner in the company. I never, ever, like y'all, I didn't have any kind of experience. I told y'all I spent my 4.5 years in the previous company that I was with, just totally spinning my wheels. I learned a lot, but I didn't really make any kind of significant income from it. And with this, because of the exploding industry, because of a hot product that so many people are curious about, because of a product that works, that's helping so many people, because of a 74% customer retention rate of people who are wanting to reorder every single month, and things just snowball and snowball and snowball. Your current customers are happy and they want more. It's a consumable product. So they run out and they love how it's making them feel. So they want more. They start sharing, and people just, it really, really just starts to snowball. So 3.5 years, I started 3.5 years ago. 3.5 years later, my life looks totally different than it did. I would have never, ever, ever expected this to happen. It's been such a financial blessing for my family, to say the least. My dream was to just be a stay-at-home mom and have a lucrative income, something where I could have the best of both worlds. But now my husband is home with us too, and we just bought a big piece of land and we're about to build our dream home. So I never thought any of this would be possible, especially with my, business marketing degree, sitting in my cubicle working 40 hours a week. It wouldn't have been possible with that. So, sometimes it takes a little thinking outside of the box and willing to put yourself out there and take risks a little bit, but it's totally, totally worth it. And I knew nothing about CBD. Most of us didn't. Even the medical people, they're like, they didn't teach us about the endocannabinoid system in school. So they're starting to teach about it in school now, I'm hearing, which is really cool. So anyways, if anyone has any questions about the business side of things, I'm an open book. Get with whoever invited you and they can connect you with me if you want to pick my brain through a group text. We can jump on the phone, whatever. But we have so many resources for those who want to jump in and make an extra stream of income from this. Some people join because they're like, I want to make $500 to $1,000 a month and chip down on student loan debt, or take the family to Disney, whatever it is. Or other people like myself, I'm like, all right, I want to take this opportunity by the horns because I see what's possible and I see what the company is doing and I see what the industry is doing and I see these numbers. Numbers don't lie, customer testimonials don't lie, projections don't lie. So it's pretty exciting, and you can really, the sky's the limit. So thank y'all for letting me chat. I know I've got to jump off. I've got to get on another Zoom in a minute, but I can hang out for another couple minutes if Haley, you have anything else, or if y'all have any questions or anything like that. The chat box is open too.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lindsay. And MC is on here too. She's another nurse practitioner. I think there's another nurse practitioner on here. Lots of.
Yeah, hey, MC. I didn't even see you.
Yeah, I popped up late. I'm sorry. We were having a bedtime issue. But yeah, so I just wanted to say hey to everybody that's on too. And yeah, I mean, I definitely reiterate everything that both of you guys said, Haley and Lindsay, and the whole, like, it is pretty wild being in healthcare. I'm a nurse practitioner too, and I definitely didn't learn about this in school, and it was all very foreign to me, and totally was like, oh my God, this is drug dealing. What is this? This is wild. But once you learn about it, it's really incredible. And I've become so passionate about it because of what it's done in my own life, but also, like Haley said, just the mental health crisis that's going on in the world right now, that I think was present before COVID, but COVID just really fueled it. Mm-hmm. I think that there is such a need for CBD and just what it can do for people. And I think that's kind of my biggest excitement, is just seeing how this helps so many more people who just really desperately need some natural ways to, increase their lives and just making, positive changes and positive impacts. But yeah, I've been really excited just to join with Green Compass, and just really passionate about what it's added to my life and what it can add to other people's lives as well, both from products and adding CBD to your life, but then also just the business side of it. So I think it's cool that we got to touch on both sides of it.
Yeah. I'm excited. I've been here a month and I've done other things, and I can tell you that this is different. So very different. People need this. People don't need skincare. It's a want, not a need. I need these every day. So, well, totally agree. Another call to get on. And if you missed some of this, I'm going to post the recording for anyone who wants to listen in. So don't be too upset if you missed it. I promise I'll post a recording. So, but thank you so much again, Lindsay. And I hope y'all have a happy Halloween and a good rest of your night.
Of course. Bye, y'all. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.